favors of your Lord will you deny? Now, if you just think about that on the surface, there's a whole lot of stuff that we deny of Allah Azza wa Jalla. We deny it. Because sometimes, you know, you're running late for work, you got to get to that slave, you got to get to that plantation, and don't oversleep. You start to panic. Man, I got to work, man, traffic done got jacked up, I'm rushing. I know somebody, man, I ain't gonna call no names, but somebody in here, man, can stay up, gotta be to work at 6. Get up at 6 one morning, stay up all night till 4 o'clock the next morning, but 6 o'clock, they out the door. They ain't gonna miss that job. We panic because we need that job to get that money, right? But we never connect the dots, as we said earlier, that it is Allah Ta'ala that is most merciful, and that it is Allah Ta'ala that has taught us Quran, and that it is Allah Ta'ala that gave us speech, and that it is Allah Ta'ala that gave us the ability to get to that job. And we actually think or forget sometimes that the job is the one that's paying us. No, it's Allah Ta'ala. They just being used as a conduit or a stitching cord to connect your amal, your works, to your risk, to your money. That's it. 31 times. We need to ponder that. Why Allah Ta'ala asked 31 times that question, which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Now for the numerical brothers and some of the brothers still on 5, you know, one brother said, well, you know, 3 plus 1 is 4, so you multiply that by 10, that give you 40. When you get into 40, you into your consciousness, because the Prophet ﷺ said that man does not come into his life until he gets to 40. Well, maybe. In conclusion, very briefly, in this other surah that Allah Ta'ala gives us, after he has established his mercy, right? Everything has an end. So in Surah 75, it's called Qiyamah. La uqsimu biyawmi al-qiyamah. Wa la uqsimu bin nafsi al-lawamah. Ayashabu al-insan al-najma ismahu. Bala qadiriya al-nusuwiya banahu. Or banana. Bal yurdu al-insan liyafjuru amana. Generally translated, Allah Ta'ala says, I do call the witness the resurrection day. Again, Allah Ta'ala is affirming that the day of Qiyamah, the day of resurrection, is going to happen. It ain't no doubt about it. And then he says, and I do call to witness the self-approaching spirit or reproaching spirit. وَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِنَفْسِ اللَّوَامَةِ or lawamati. The reapproach, you know, you have those levels of the nafs. Nafs al-amara, nafs al-lawama, and nafs al-mut'ayim. So Allah Ta'ala is calling us and telling us to witness that He created this in us. And in Surah Rahman, Allah Ta'ala says that He created everything in balance and justice. And the soul of us that is in justice is the lawama. That soul that tells you at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you feel like getting up and smoking some weed, or you feel like going and seeing a sister that you ain't married to, the soul tells you, stop, pump your brakes, nah, that ain't cool. or a sister, that ain't cool. I want to leave y'all out because y'all be sneaking too. And then Allah Ta'ala asks the question. In the third ayat of this surah, Allah Ta'ala, brothers, would you please move up? Please move up. Allah asks, does man think not that we can assemble his very bones? But Allah goes on to say in the next ayat, we are able to put him back together in perfect order down to his very fingertips. Tell me now that we are not ungrateful and we forget about the kindness of Allah Ta'ala. For truly Allah Ta'ala is kind to us, but we are not kind to Allah Azza wa Jalla. SubhanAllah. May Allah Ta'ala forgive us all our shortcomings and our sins. May Allah Ta'ala have mercy on us in this world and in the hereafter. Allah Ta'ala says in the tafsir by Ibn Abbas again, nay, I swear by the accusing soul, I swear by every righteous and sinful soul that will blame itself on the day of resurrection. As for the righteousness of its soul, it will say, the soul will say on that day, if only I did more righteous works. And as for the sinful soul, it will say, if I only abstain from committing sin. Both souls will say this upon seeing the reward and the punishment awaiting each of them respectively. It is also said that the accusing soul in question is the soul that reproaches itself. So in other words, the soul that is always checking itself. It may stumble, it may fall, it may commit a wrong, but that soul is always checking itself. Always saying, look, I ain't there yet. And it's all right, I ain't there yet, but I haven't forgot about the most kindest, most gracious thing in this world, and that's Allah Azza wa Jal. May Allah Ta'ala forgive us all again our shortcomings and our sins, have mercy on our souls in this life and in the hereafter. May Allah save us from the doing of our own hands, the torment of the grave, and the punishment of the fire. أقول هذا واستغفر الله وعليكم الحمد لله رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Sayyidina Ibrahim wa ala ali Sayyidina Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidun Majid. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Then Kwan, my respected elders, Mukmin, Muslimina wa Muslimat, wa Mukminina wa Mukminat. I remind you as I remind myself. Again, let us pay attention to how kind that Allah Ta'ala is. Look at it. We are sitting here. I know some of y'all waiting for 2 o'clock so the Imam can lead the prayer so we can get on up out of here. But there's a great majority of us that need this. We really need these reminders. And you know, you ever miss Jumu'ah in a whole week? It seemed like the month done turned long because you missed one Jumu'ah. If you don't feel that, something's wrong. Because for the most part in this world, unfortunately, is when we get together. It's for Salah. And sometimes you come to the Jumu'ah and, you know, the Khatib or the Imam may be speaking about things that you don't want to hear. But instead of criticizing the Imam, why don't you look at the subject matter? Because if the Imam or the Khatib or the one that's in front of you is reminding himself first, because if he doesn't have that type of heart, then he's not qualified to stand in front of you. But if we look at the subject matter or the content of the subject matter more so than the personality, we may find the road or the door that we need to hold on to that rope that Allah Ta'ala has dropped for all of us to hold on to. And it may help us to stay close to the Nabi Rasul Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I know some people, they say, you know, the Imam always talking about the love of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the love of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the love of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that we need to love the Prophet. I'm reminding myself, and I've told people this, that sometimes I stand up here and I'm having a big conversation with myself. Because I want the Prophet ﷺ to love me back on the day of Qiyamah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I want to be one of those people that actually get a chance to shake the hand of Rasulullah ﷺ if I can make it to Jannah. Because if I'm going to hell, I'm not going to have that chance. Brothers, I'm going to ask you one more time to move up, please. You got brothers coming in, they want to make salat. Please, brothers on the back row, please move up. So let's round this off. I'm stopping in between all of this and taking a breath because I personally, my heart is pounding so fast, and I can't see when water is in my eyes because I'm just thinking about how wretched I am, how imperfect that I am, and how I'm seeking this love from a man that Allah Ta'ala blessed with the Quran. You know how heavy that is? That the final revelation came to the Prophet ﷺ that we mentioned. And when his name is mentioned, we don't even give salawats on it. So, in conclusion, the Prophet ﷺ said something very wise. He said, someone was asked, yeah, Rasulullah, you know, I make dua just like the rest of these brothers up in here, but I don't think Allah answers my duas. So the Prophet ﷺ said, maybe the reason that Allah Ta'ala is not answering your duas, he gave 10 answers. You have known Allah, but have not fulfilled any of Allah's rights. You have read the book of Allah, but did not adhere to it, or did not follow it. You eat from the sustenance that Allah provides for you, but you give no thanks. You don't say shukr Allah. You claim to love me, but you left my path and my tradition. SubhanAllah. You proclaim enmity, that you hate Shaitan, but you made him your guardian and your brother and your protector. You claim that you love paradise and you want to go back to it, but you put no work for it. You claim to fear the hellfire. You claim to fear the Jahannam. But you don't stop committing sins. And you don't renounce when you do it, and you don't seek tawbah after. You claim that you believe that death is the reality, but you do not get ready for it. You busy yourselves with the faults of others and neglect your own faults. And the last one. The Prophet ﷺ said, you bury your dead, you attend janazas, but you don't think that death is waiting for you. Now you tell me again, do we really think in our minds every day how kind Allah Azza wa Jal is and how merciful He is, to remind us in the Quran that He is the most merciful? Now look how kind that is, that Allah is telling us, I am the most merciful. Ar-Rahman, Alam al-Quran. Right? And then He swears by the day of resurrection. Two things. Just two simple things. How grateful are we? May Allah forgive us. May Allah truly forgive us, man. This life is almost over. It's almost over. And I know every person in here over 50, no matter how good you look, by Allah's permission, or my brothers that's approaching 50, you ain't think, that's a half a century, man. That's a half a century. We out of here. And I know that the young people are not thinking about this because we're not putting it in them. We need to put this in them, man. And we need to look at the gap. Where's our teenage children? Where are our children between the ages of 15 and 25? They should be sitting right beside us in this masjid, man. We are missing an opportunity. We talk about dawah. Yeah, we really laxed on that because we should be up and down the street. You know, we make fun. I'm going to say this, and I know y'all want to go. But back in the day, you know, there's people that make fun of the Nation of Islam. But those brothers wouldn't have no money in their pocket, but they would go out and sell those papers. Because they believed, even though their aqidah was off, they believed in what they was doing was a help for the people. Now Allah Ta'ala has brought us the truth, to haqq, haqq bil haqq, truth on truth. We have it. And we have the clarity of the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the possibility of shaking the Nabi's hand. Where's our dawah efforts with ourselves? Where's our patience with ourselves? And we talk about, yeah, the Christians, they are. And they are. Believe me when I say they are. Because they have perverted, adulterated, and fornicated the man that they say is the Son of God. A'udhu billah. They are trying to make now the Prophet Isa, they are saying that the pictures that come out, that people paint the pictures of Isa now that supposedly be Isa, that he should be transgender. He should not look like a male and he should not look like a female. A'udhu billah. This is what's happening in the world. So where's our dawah? But you see, the thing is, well, this ain't really my neighborhood, so I just come here for Jumuaa and I just come here for prayer. So, you know, it's really on you. I heard an Imam say just yesterday, he said, the people behind the door want the people on the outside of the door to come to you. And it's the people behind the door that should go to the people.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.